Imagine for a moment, what exactly is this vibration everyone talks about? Have you ever stopped to consider what it really means? The term vibration has gained significant attention in discussions about energy, spirituality, and even science. But do we truly understand it? Are we merely repeating concepts without delving deeply into their real meaning? Think about how you feel when something goes wrong in your day or when an unexpected situation changes your mood instantly. There's a kind of emotional frequency you emit, something almost invisible yet powerful. That's vibration. So why does it matter? What's so special about this vibration? Does it really have the power to transform our lives, or is it just another passing trend? But what if we told you that this vibration could be the key to everything you desire? What if it could be simplified? No complications, no mysticism, just real experiences, your own experiences, revealing a truth that's already within you. Are you ready to discover it? Perhaps the answer lies in your simplest sensations. Have you thought about that? If you like this content, consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like. This helps us immensely to spread good vibes to more people. Let's simplify the concept of vibration. Have you noticed how things seem to flow better when you're in a good mood, as if the world conspires in your favor? That song that makes you smile, an unexpected sunset that warms your heart, or even that quiet moment when everything feels peaceful. That's raising your vibration. And here's the most amazing part. You don't need to be a spiritual master or have secret techniques to make it happen. In fact, every single one of us has the power to vibrate high. The secret is in a simple yet powerful truth: feeling good. Yes, that's it. When you're happy, at peace, when joy naturally springs from within you, your vibration rises. And when your vibration rises, what do you think happens? Good things, opportunities, people who resonate with that same energy start to appear. It seems like magic, but it's pure reality. So how do you raise this vibration? Think for a moment. What makes you feel good? It doesn't need to be something grand. It could be as simple as that hot morning coffee, a genuine laugh, or the joy of doing something you love. Whatever brings you lightness, whatever makes your heart smile, that's where your power lies. And the best part? Feeling good isn't something that needs to be forced. It's a natural state, something everyone knows how to do. Deep down, we all already have this knowledge. So why not start now? Let me share something personal. For a long time, I felt stuck in a colorless routine. You know those days when everything feels repetitive and meaningless? I was there, working in a monotonous office, staring at a computer screen, feeling like something inside me was yearning for more. It was as if life was happening somewhere out there, and I was just watching from afar, disconnected. At that point, almost by chance, I came across a documentary called The Secret. Perhaps you've heard of it. It talked about the law of attraction, about how our thoughts and feelings shape our reality. It shook me up. For the first time, I started to think, what if it's true? What if I really have the power to change my life from within? The idea was enticing. Imagining that by merely shifting my focus, I could attract what I truly wanted into my life. It seemed magical. But here's the tricky part. It's not just about wishing and waiting for things to change. As exciting as the concept was, I gradually discovered that merely understanding the theory wasn't enough. I needed to take action. I began to realize that simple desire, no matter how powerful, wouldn't bring results on its own. I had to align myself with the new reality I wanted to create, and that required more than just positive thoughts. It required movement, real action. It wasn't a quick or easy process. It was like learning to dance to a new rhythm. I stumbled, got up and tried again. Transformation didn't happen overnight, but the first step was understanding that I had to break free from inertia. Because deep down, the universe doesn't respond only to our desires. It responds to our actions, to our efforts to become what we wish to be. That's when I began to feel for the first time that I was truly in control. Not because I had all the answers, but because I was finally willing to act. So I decided it was time for a change. Not in a radical way, but in small steps. That's when my journey of self-discovery began. I realized that great transformations don't need to be grand. They can emerge from simple, almost imperceptible actions. I started walking to work. Before, I'd drive, stuck in traffic, feeding anxiety with every honk. But walking through the streets, breathing the morning air, something different happened. I experienced the world in a new way. It was as if the slow rhythm of my steps was bringing calm to my inner self, as if each step was a small connection to something greater. Then, in the midst of this new routine, I decided to start stopping at a park along the way. I didn't stay long, maybe 10 minutes, just observing the trees, the movement of people. But those moments of peace made a huge difference in my day. It felt like my body and mind were adjusting to a new frequency, a calmer, lighter vibration. Changes started to happen. A co-worker with whom I'd rarely spoken began to approach me. The conversation flowed naturally, and I noticed that my environment, which once seemed grey and monotonous, was beginning to gain colour. Gradually, other people also started to come closer, as if sensing this change in me. In the park, I befriended a lady who walked the same route every day. She always gave me a smile, and over time we began to chat. She had such a calm, wise energy, and her words carried a kind of serenity I was seeking. Our conversations weren't deep, but they were meaningful. Just being there in that space, in that exchange of positive vibration, made my mood lift. That's when I realized a high vibration doesn't come from a big event, a dramatic or magical occurrence. It comes from these small daily actions that bring peace and well-being. True change starts within us, and when that happens, the world around us inevitably transforms. When I changed the way I viewed the world, when I began to act more consciously and openly, my life followed suit. That's when I understood. The big external changes we desire only happen after we change internally. Everything starts within us. Even with all these efforts to maintain my high vibration, life continued to present challenges. It was at this moment that I learned one of the most important lessons. Things don't always go as we expect, but that doesn't mean we're on the wrong path. There was a promotion at work I'd been striving for months. I was sure I was ready for that next step. I envisioned growing within the company, expanding my responsibilities and, of course, gaining deserved recognition. Then, the day of the announcement came, and the promotion went to someone else. The disappointment felt like a punch to the gut. Despite working on my vibration, trying to maintain a positive attitude, the news knocked me down. And in that moment I wondered, if I'm doing everything right, why did this happen? But as often happens in life, what seemed like a failure was actually a disguised opportunity. Losing that promotion forced me to stop and reconsider what I really wanted. And honestly, the more I reflected, the clearer it became. I no longer wanted that rigid office routine. I wanted freedom. I wanted to work on my own terms without being tied to a desk all day. My true desire wasn't to advance within the company. It was to have more peace, more balance, more control over my time and life. That's when I began to consider freelancing. The idea of being my own boss had always crossed my mind, but I never had the courage to take that leap. But now, with the promotion door closed, I finally allowed myself to explore this new possibility. And, surprisingly, opportunities started to appear. Small projects here and there, until gradually I began to build a new career that brought me much more freedom and satisfaction than I could have imagined. What initially seemed like a big disappointment was, in fact, the universe showing me the path to what I truly desired, not what I thought I wanted. Because deep down, my desire wasn't just for success or status. What I wanted most was peace, freedom, and the feeling of being in control of my own life. And that's exactly what I began to achieve. That's when I realized the universe always responds, but not always in the way we expect. It responds to our true desires, that deeper voice within us that we sometimes don't even notice. And, as difficult as it may be at the moment, disappointments often guide us to something much greater and more aligned with who we truly are. After going through so many experiences, one thing became clear to me. The true path to the life we desire isn't about reaching a big goal, like a promotion, a material achievement, or a title. It's not about the destination, but about how we choose to live along the journey. I learned that happiness isn't out there, waiting to be conquered. It's here, now, in the present. And that makes all the difference. When I began to focus on my process, on the small daily actions that raised my vibration, I realized that well-being isn't something we need to desperately seek. It can be cultivated with every step. Of course, goals are important. They give us direction and focus. But true transformation happens when we understand that feeling good along the way is the key to achieving anything. Vibrating high doesn't mean being constantly euphoric or forcing superficial joy. It means being aligned with what makes you feel good, with what brings genuine peace and satisfaction. It means allowing yourself to experience life in a lighter, more open way and reconnecting with what truly matters. Now, I know that the process is the real treasure. Every small step, every conscious breath, every moment of gratitude. That's what transforms life. No matter how far the final goal may be, if you're at peace and vibrating in harmony during the journey, success will be a natural outcome. Action is crucial. We need to act towards what we want. But it's the positive perspective, the high vibration that fuels these actions, that keeps the momentum flowing. This balance between goals and appreciation for the path is what creates a fulfilling life. In the end, it's not about getting there. It's about enjoying the now, vibrating in harmony with what you desire, and allowing that energy to transform not just your future, but also your present. I want to close with a deep gratitude to you for joining me on this journey. Thank you for dedicating your time and energy to this experience with me. Remember, the path to the life you want isn't just in the grand achievements, but in the small changes we make every day. Listening to your inner self, trusting your sensations, and allowing yourself to feel good in the present is what truly shapes the reality you want to build. Great transformations arise from small steps, from moments of connection with who we truly are. So, keep moving forward with lightness and confidence, knowing that you already have everything you need within you to create the life you desire. And before we say goodbye, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If this content resonated with you, leave a comment, share your experiences. I'd love to hear how you're connecting with your own journey. We're in this together, searching for a more fulfilling, vibrant, and meaningful life.